This is Nanzig Consultant Services. Today I'm going to take you through how to use biz accounting and event management software in the management of business, focusing on the pharmacy business. So what we are going to start with, first of all, in order to reach this display where we are, you need to check for the icon which is blue in color. It's called Biz 18. Click on it and start the company. So we are going to create a company. Since we don't have any company, we are going to create a company that we are going to use for our practice. So you go to create a company. You take our company is Nans Farmers Limited. Enter. Select the country is Uganda. Do you select the financial 01/01/2020? Then the address where we are located, Kampala, Uganda. Then you can put the other information. Then enter. Then put the telephone number. +256 775 779 Then put the email address for contact. Then this will be our base currency. Then the currency string is shilling, currency substring cents. Then in this scenario, we are not going to enable VAT. We are disabling VAT because most drugs VAT is not chargeable. So you save. So we are going to save the information and we create our new company. It will take some time, around 1 to 2 minutes. Then our company will be successfully created. So just hold on a minute so that our company is created. So once it is successfully created, in the next screen, you'll be prompted to create the super user for this company. So hold on a minute. So our company has been successfully created. You say okay. So you create a space in Nanzige. Put the password that you are going to use. Enter. So our company has been successfully created and the super user created. So we go to regional settings. Regional setting, you want to set what will be the date format. You want date, month, year. Then the currency symbol is Uganda shilling. Then we select our format for displaying numbers. Digits is for India. So for Uganda, we use 3 digs. So you go to 3 digs. Actually, most countries use the 3-digit number when displaying the currency. Okay, enter. Then you say save. Then in display settings, this is if you want to attach a logo and the background for your company. So you enable them from here. So you say yes. Then you will be prompted to select where the logo is found and the background. But I'm not displaying them, so I quit. Then I go to general. We are leaving it for now. There are no most important things there to cover. Shall look at them sometime back. Then we'll go to accounts. So in accounts, what do we look at? We'll look at bill by bill details. That is clicked by default. Then I'm not looking at quantity limits, target cent, no, cost centers, I'm leaving it. So if you want to calculate limit, then you go and tick something. Then if you want to see you want to know what are accurate limits, just click on this icon. It will take you to the help menu on how to use the system. So here the help menu. So these are various details of how to use the company. They show you how do you open a company, how do you create a company. So when you create it, keep on displaying for you. So it is step by step on how to use the system. various information here. So you just take your time, go through it slowly by slowly. You fully learn how to use this system very well. Then if you want to operate in more than one currency, like Uganda shilling, Kenyan shilling, US dollars, so you enable here. So for now, I'm not enabling. If you're going to operate in only Uganda shilling, so by default, leave them the way they are. Then you say save. Then we go to inventory. Okay. So in inventory settings, this way we're going to enable our thing from. So we want to maintain what go down inventory. Yes, we want to use stores. So you go on enabling what you want. By default, these two that are ticked, enable go down inventory and enable manufacturing features, leave them the way they are. Then you go, if you want to use sales quotation, tick it. Order processing, you can tick it. Else you can leave them. Then if you have you have sales return, like if your customers bring back the goods that you have sold them, then you enable this. Then if you want to allow purchase return, you enable it, and very many other things. So we basically want to focus on our major thing, which is pharmacy thing. So in order to use this system, this accounting and investment management software for pharmacy business, so you have to enable batch-wise details. So once you enable it, you'll be taken to this form, batch-wise detail options. So in batch-wise manufacturing date input format, how do you want it to be? When you look at most drugs, you find the drug having the manufacturing date and the expiry date in the format of date, month, and year. Then others only have month and year. So assuming you want to use only month and year, so you use this to be month and year. And here they're showing how a sample format will look like April 2020. Then batch expiry date format, we also want to month and year. Then allow issue of expired batches. No. In pharmacy, we don't want to allow issue of expired batches. So we say don't allow. So what's the warning that you want? When do you want to be warned if the drug's about to expire? We set it to 90 days. So that when drugs are about to expire, the system will, if the drug has been in the pharmacy store for more than 90 days, the system will start alerting you that this drug is about to expire. When 90 days are remaining to the expiry, actually when 90 days are remaining to the expiry of the drug, the system will start alerting this drug is about to expire, this drug is about to expire. So you said don't allow. Issue of expired batches, don't allow. Then one inhibition is 90 days before expiry date. Allow negative stock, don't allow. Then you can go and tick others. Allow duplicate batches. No, we don't want to allow duplicate batches. Then after that you say okay. Then you look at other things and you enable what you want. If you want to see what it's all about, you go to this question mark, it will take you to the menu. So after that you save. Basically we have enabled what we want to use in our pharmacy business to track the expired date of the drugs. Then VAT is disabled. Post not enabling inquiries. The note. I'm leaving this for now. So we exit. So once we have enabled what we want to use, so you go to administration. So in administration, this is where we create our database from. So in administration, you look at masters. We look at the configuration. So before we go to the masters, let us first configure the version numbering. So you go to version numbering here. So you go to sales. How do you want sales to look like? Again, the numbering format, I want automatic, yearly, suffix. Oh no, I don't want suffix. Then the numbering should start from 1. I saw okay. The first voucher will be number 1. Then voucher configuration, I want to use system date. There are many other things here. If you look at them, you can read and you can enable. I just want to take you to the basics. Okay. Then for purchase, the voucher number should be manual for purchase because when you are buying something from a supplier, they give you their own invoice. Then Voucher configuration, we use system date and save. Then in sales it and leaving it, you will go to payment because you'll be required maybe to make some payment. Want automatic yearly, not required. Then I say okay. Then voucher numbering, system date, save. Then receipt, when you're receiving money, automatic yearly, then it's okay. Save. Voucher configuration, system date, save. Then we look at also the contra entry, automatic yearly, okay. Then voucher, system date. Then we look at stock transfer, automatic, okay. Voucher system date, save. This is where you do the voucher numbering configuration from. So we escape. So that's configuration. There are many other things that you can look at it. Then we go to users. This is if you want to create other users. You want to create other users, just go to add, type the name of the user, assume it's N, put the password. Then this side is where you give the user rates, what you want somebody to access and what you don't want somebody to access. Like if you're in transaction, yes, somebody can do the transaction. Transaction can do sale, can add, but cannot maybe modify and cannot delete. So you just go and tick what you don't want that person to use or to access. After that, you say save. So I'm quitting. So these are main basics, but the important in configuration. Our major focus will be on transactions. How do you make transactions? So in administration, we're looking at the account. We are going to look at account. We look at the item. We look at the item group. We look at units. We look at material centers. Basically, those for your pharmacy business. So in accounts, when you're creating accounts, or what is covered under accounts, basically what is covered under account, this is the account ledgers, like the bank accounts, the cash account, those are the petty cash. We look at the suppliers account, we look at the customers account, among others. So if you want to create those accounts, you create them from here, account, then add. Okay. So I want to create maybe a customer. A will be in a group called this sundry datas. Then if you had money in this customer is some money, so you put here the amount of money that you had money in the customer. If the customer had some opening balance, then if you are selling this goods on credit to this customer, then you come here and put the credit days for sale. After that, you say save. Then we create another account, maybe supplier. Yeah, the group should be sundry creditors because these people will be demanding you money. And you can put even other addresses. If this supplier is demanding some money, put there the money that the supplier is demanding you. After that, you say save. Then we can create maybe bank account to be in the group called bank account. It's very, very important when you are creating an account ledger. You have to be very keen on selecting the group. If you are creating a customer and you put that customer in supplier, then at the end of the day, you might get wrong financial results. So if you know you're creating a customer, you know a customer will belong in the group called the sundry data stroke customers. If it is a supplier, the supplier will be in a group called the sundry creditors stroke suppliers or vendors. Likewise, if you're creating a bank account, so bank account like maybe Barclays Bank, Absa Bank, Stanbic Bank, so they'll be in the group called the bank accounts. Then you put some address, then you come this side and put even the account number. Okay. After that, you say save. Likewise, you can create the expenses. For an example, I can create maybe telephone expenses. Telephone expenses. Oh, this is already in the system. Let us create a transport costs. Enter. It will be in the group called the expenses direct. Then after that, you say save. So basically, this is how you create the account that you're going to use in your day-to-day transaction. It's very important. You first begin with this, you create a database of what you're going to use in your day-to-day trust transaction. So whenever you want to create a customer or cash account, bank account, suppliers account, bank, among others, you create them from master's account, then add. So in this system, you always find the add, you want to create something new, modify, you want to change something that you already created, list, you want to view the various accounts in the system. Standard, all accounts. Okay, so by default, these are the various accounts in the system, the account ledgers that were created in the system. You can delete what you don't want to use, and you leave what you want to use. So whenever you create an account or an account ledger, it will automatically come in the list of account. Then you look at the item groups. Like if you want to group the items, for example, you can have maybe slabs. It can be a group. It can be a group of itself. Then you can say maybe tablets. It can be also a group. Okay. Then you escape or quit. Press escape on your keyboard or quit. Then you after you have created the account, the item group, then you can also, before that, let us also create the units. So the units of a measurement, but let us first view what is in the system. So we have dozen, grams, kgs, meter, notable pieces, ton, units. So you can add other units. You can say add, maybe you have tabs, rows, packets, strips, among others. Escape. Before that, remember, we are going to use we go to configuration, the first configure your inventory. We want to use both the wholesale and retail, because sometimes you buy in wholesale and sell in retail. So we enable alternate unit of items. Then after that, you say save, escape. So you go to our items, administration. Then we want to create our items. So these are the items that we are going to be buying and selling. So if you want to create an item, so you go to administration, then item. So you go to item, then you add. For example, I want to create a Panadol. Okay. Enter. It is in which group? It's called the group tablets. So when you are buying, you buy in which group? You buy in which units? Maybe I buy in packets. Okay. And they sell in strips. Okay. So they're asking you, how many strips make up a packet? Maybe we say 50 strips make up a packet. So it is 50 strips per packet. So if you're buying Banado, because this might be you buy in wholesale but buy in packets, but when you share to yourself, you can either sell in packets or sell in strips. So they're showing us that in each strip there are 50. In each packet there are 50 strips. So enter. So what's the sales price per strip? So we want the sales price to be applicable on the alternative unit. So the sales price per strip, maybe we can say it is maybe 2,500. 500. Then when buying, each packet maybe is 1000. Sorry, each packet is 75,000. That means that the purchase price per strip is 75,000 divided by 50. That will be 1,500. Enter. Then defaulting for sale. Can say not applicable. Then if you want to set, like if you want to give the discounts when you are selling, you can input it from here in percentage. Then you can set the critical level. Like when do you want to be warned? This is very important for stock tracking. Like this Panadol, what's the minimum level quantity that you should have in the store? You can say maybe the minimum level quantity you should have in the store is 50 packets. Then we'll order when there are remaining 70 packets. Okay, this is very important. So the minimum that you should always have in your pharmacy is 50 packets, but you'll order when there are remaining 70 in the store, so you save. Then we go this side and now set the expiry, stock manufacturing date, and both are required. So what these Panadols, when you buy them, they expire after how many months? So we say they expire after 24 months. So after 24 months, those are 2 years. After that, you say save. So the item is now successfully created. This is the same format you should use when creating other items. Just a minute. Okay. So if you want to modify, just go here. Then you click modify. Then this side, if you have opening balance when you're starting to operate and you started with some opening balance, so opening balance you put it here. Else you leave it to 0 if it may disturb you, and you do direct purchase. So you escape and quit. Then material centers, this is where we are storing our items. So by default we have on one store, which is the main store. Okay. So if you want to add new stores, you just go to add and you type the name of the store. After that you say save. I'm quitting. So once you have successfully created you have created the suppliers, you have created the bank account, the cash account, the customer's account, you have created the items that you're going to be selling. Now we go to transactions. So in transactions, we are going to look at sales, we look at purchase, we look at payment, we look at receipt, we look at the Contra, we look at stock transfer, and look at the physical stock. Basically, this is what we are going to cover. So we need to first make a purchase. We buy something. Remember, we just created an item, but if you have to check, it is 0. So in display and print email SMS, this is where you view all the reports from once you make a transactions, the reports will automatically be generated here. So we go to transactions, we make a purchase, we add, we enter, okay, to give you automatic date. Remember when we configured. So you put the voucher number, that's the invoice number that appears on the invoice that your supplier gave you, maybe 456, you enter. So whom are you buying from? We are buying from supplier A. Is the one supplying us with the drugs. And when you buy, where are you going to store them? In the main store, I enter. Then here you can put a narration of what you want, maybe bought drugs, bought new stock of drugs. Enter. Then you select the item. We are buying Panadol. Okay. So that's why I told you it is important to first create the items. You have to be in admin and first create the items, because if you have not created them, it means they will not be able to display here. So we are buying Panadol. how many packets are we buying? We are buying 100 packets. Enter. So that's equivalent of 7,500,000. Then once you enter, once you have entered that, so they will ask for the batch number. We are going to say the batch number is B 45678. So 100. Okay. So maybe they were manufactured in January 2020. So it means if they were manufactured in January 20, based on the expiry month we put in the system, the system automatically show that this batch will expire in December 2021. So you say okay. So if you want to change now the price, assuming the price has changed, maybe from it was 75,000 per packet, but now 70,000, so you take here the amount. Or if it is maybe now 80,000, so you put there the amount after you enter. Then after that you save. Then this 100 is additional costs if they're applicable that you want to add on the invoice or deduct from the invoice. After that you say save. Okay, so now this will be the bill by bill adjustment of amount. So this will be the new ref. Remember now we are buying on credit. That's what the system is showing us. Then you say okay. So the transaction is successfully created. So when you go and check now our stock, it means now we have something to sell. So you go to stock status or inventory books. All these in display you are viewing reports. Let us view inventory summary. Inventory summary. I want to see the summary for which item Panadol. Enter. View the value of item, and then I want to see both unit size. Okay. So now this is the daily summary. So on 24th they are showing us we had opening balance of 0. Quantity in packets was 100 packets equivalent to 5,000 strips. Okay. So our closing stock remains 100 packets and strips there 5,000 strips. The various reports that you can view, you can also view inventory book. We go to item, material center, Panadol, enter the starting date, enter the end date. Then I want to see both units. I want to show the value of the item. Then I even want to see the batch details. And then after that I say okay. So here we see Panadol, an item that we have in our system that we created. The item that we created in our system had an opening balance of 0 packets and 0 strips, amount 0. So on this 20th, we bought from supplier A, we bought 100 packets. Okay. So if you have to look at here, even you have the batch number is here. Batch number B45678 for quantities. So it was manufactured in January 2020, expires in December 2021. So even down here you can see now your closing stock. So these are various stock reports. So now since we have something to sell, now we go and sell. But we're selling on credit. So enter. Then okay, we can let us maybe make a cash sale. So just go to cash, enter. We are selling from which store? From that material center. Then you can put the narration that you want. So item name is Panad. Once you enter, down here they are showing you that our current stock is 100 packets, equivalent strips 5,000. So assuming somebody has taken one full packet and maybe 25 strips. So just go here, say maybe 2 packets equivalent to that. From which batch? When you enter, let us first close here. with F9, let us find the detail line. I want to show you something. We are selecting Panadol, you enter, but the customer has bought full packets and 25 strips. So what we do? So we put here the 2, enter, enter, then from which batch number I enter. So this is the batch number we are sending from. It was which is expiring on December 21st, enter. So those are 2 packets equivalent to 100 strips, enter, enter, it's okay, enter. Then the same person bought Panado, but 25 strips, so you enter, so it says strips here. From which batch number? That's batch number, okay. So you see now, it is a Panado 2 packets at this, and the Panado 25 strips. Okay, so this is enabling wholesale and retail, wholesale and retail, wholesale and retail. Then after that you say save. Then I'm not printing. Okay, so that transaction is saved. So when you go and check your stock balance now, they will show you quantity out. So let us stock item Panado. I want to see both units. Okay, you see here. So here they are showing you Panado, which is an item. You made the purchase of 100 packets. That's 5,000 strips. And then there was a cash sale of packet which is equivalent to 100 strips, and 0.5 packet which is equivalent to 25 strips. So the daily balance in packets is 97.50 packets. That's equivalent to 4,875 strips. So the strips remaining in our stock is now 4,875 strips, equivalent to 97.50 packets. So that's our stock report. There are various stock reports that you can see here. Then you can even see automatically, once the moment you make a transaction, automatically the system will show you the profit that you have made from that sale. I go to profitability report, item wise, all of vouchers, all items. I want to see that. So I sold the Panado. We are seeing the profitability now for Panado now. So opening this amount, closing this, gross profit made is that. You can even now enter and see the transactions that you made. I can even see profitability by bill wise. Enter. Okay. So on this transaction that we made today, and for the cash, we made a cash sale of this, and this was our cost amount. So the profit made is this 125,000. So you can even check also our balance. You see the cash account, cash in hand, you enter. So they're showing us that we have 312,500 as our closing balance. This is the cash sale that we made. Since we have now some money on our account, now let us go and pay the supplier. Remember, we have somebody demanding us if you are to check the outstanding analysis. So amount payable here, accounts. They're showing us the supplier is demanding us 7,500,000. Let us go and pay him some money. How do you make the payment? So what you do, you go to transactions, then you go to payment, you add, enter. We're paying as of today. So when making a payment, debit the account receiving, meaning the party that is going to receive the money. So in this case, we are going to debit supplier A, that is the one who is demanding us. So if you check down here, they're showing that the current balance 7,500,000. Let us pay this supplier maybe 150,000. Enter. So you enter again. It's adjustment, enter. Again, enter. So we are paying against we are paying against this reef that you are seeing. Enter, 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 then enter, then credit the account that is losing money. So how are you paying? We are paying by cash. You enter, enter. So you can record the put narration is payment made. You enter, enter, and save. So that payment has been recorded. So escape now. Then when you can check your closing outstanding balance now here, amount payable. Okay. So the supplier's balance has now reduced to 7,350,000. Previously it was 7.5. It is now 7.350. Okay. So escape. Then you can also see the account ledger for that supplier. You go to that, enter, enter, supplier, enter. Okay. So this is the ledger account for supplier. Assuming somebody said that, can I get my ledger account? My ledger or my statement. You just go here and run it. So this is the statement for a client. Now, sorry, this is the supplier. So they sold to you goods worth 7.5 and you made the cash payment of 150,000. So the closing balance is 7,350,000, which is a credit. So you escape. So if you want, you can print here or you can export. Escape. Then we'll check our cash balance. Enter. So we are seeing cash. Enter, enter, enter. Okay. So this is our cash balance. So at first we made the cash sale of 312,500 and made the payment to supplier A of 150,000. So our closing balance is 162,500 Uganda shilling only. So escape. So that is the payment. So let us make another sale of credit sale. Enter, sell, enter, so to be sell to. So you're going to sell to customer A, and you can put a nation you want. What I've said we are selling still not, but now this customer has bought maybe 50 packets. Enter, enter. From that batch number, enter, enter, enter. So it is given 2,500 strips. Enter, enter, enter. So this customer is the customer is taking 50 packets. So the total is this. So you save. So now this is the things you set in the system, the critical level management. So now the system is showing you now item panel is going below to its minimum level of 50 packets. Would you like to continue? Say yes. Then still warns you item panel is going below to its order level of packets. So would you like to continue? Clicking yes. So this is very important in store management. So you won't be caught off guard that my item has run out of stock without me knowing. So whenever you're making a transaction, this will alert you. So you say yes and we continue. Then it's okay. Then I don't want to print. So when you go and check now our stock balance here, let us first see now our outstanding balance. So amount receivable. So now we are expecting to receive some money. Enter, enter. So we're expecting to receive money from customer A. Remember, we sold some goods on credit. That's why now it has gone this side. Then we go to, let us check our stock balance. We go to stock balance, item ways, Panado, enter. Okay. So item ledger, this. So we have Panado. This is an item material center. So we are seeing the closing balance. So our closing balance is 47.50 packets. This is less than our minimum order level. Our minimum level and the order level. That's 2,375 strips left in the store. Okay. These are various reports. Once you make a transaction, reports are done for automatically. You don't need to worry. Okay, sorry for that. So now since we are demanding some customer, now let us go and make a payment. So let us go and receive some money from a customer. So if you look at here, outstanding amount receivable is what you're expecting to receive. Accounts. So we are demanding this customer 6,250,000. So let us go and receive 6 million from that customer. So you go to receipt, enter, enter, enter. So when we are receiving money, so you credit the account that is losing money. So in this instance, customer A will be losing money to us. So you're showing us that we are demanding this customer 6,250,000. So let us receive 6 million from this customer. Enter, enter. We are receiving against this reference. Enter, 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 enter. Debiting cash. Oh, yes, yes, we are receiving by cash. Enter, enter. Then payment received will be our narration. Then save. So when you can check our balance now, go to account books, cash. Okay. So now remember we made a cash sale of this 312,500. Then we have received some 6 million from this customer and made a payment to this customer. So our closing balance is that. So the next transaction we're going to is now transfer money. So remember we have now, if you look at our cash balance, is 6,162,500. So we need to transfer at least 6 million to our bank accounts. So what do? So what you do, you go to transactions, then you go to Contra, you add, enter, enter. So in this instance, debit the account that is going to receive the money. Where are you going to deposit the money? So the bank is going to receive, say, it's a bank account. How much are you depositing? 6 million. Enter, enter. From which account? That account losing is the cash. Enter. So you say maybe deposit made. Then you put the reference number that the bank gave you, maybe 05. Okay. After that you say save. So when you check your cash balance, the balance has now reduced. Go to cash, enter. So you see now the cash balance is now 162,500. There's a cash transfer that you made of 6 million to bank account. So if you check also the bank account, now bank account has received some money. So you see there was opening balance of 0 at the bank, but now we have 6 million in bank. Okay. Then you can also do end of day, because as you go in transactions be very many, you may need to do a reconciliation. So what you do, you want to maybe to reconcile bank account. Sorry, I didn't enable bank reconciliation, and I shall look at it sometime back. So basically, these are the major things to cover. So we have sales, purchase, payment, receipt, contra. Stock transfer is used for transfer of items from one store to another. Then physical stock is when you go and count the store, and because it's very important at the end of the week or month, you go and carry out a physical stock. So if you want to count, you go to version number B, version number 1. So automatically you count, you counted that, enter. Then you click here to enable these things. So what item do you count? You counted Panadol. So when you counted Panadol, how many quantity do you find there? Because our book stock is showing us 2,375. But after counting, how many packets did you find there? Because the packets there 47.50 and strips 2,375. So how many packets do you find there? We say maybe we found there 47.30. You enter. So if it is 47.30, it means the actual physical stock is now 2,365 strips in store. It means that you found in the store 0.20 packets missing. That's equivalent to 10 strips missing in the store. Okay? That's why it's important to make a physical stock at the end of the day. Then after that, you say save. Okay. So when you go and check your stock balance now here, go and check our stock balance, inventory book, ledger, item waste, Panadol. Okay. Panadol. Okay. So you have here the thing which was missing. So now your closing stock balance is 47.30 packets, equivalent to 2,365 strips. Okay. I thank you very much for following. Then these are Bashways stock report, entryways, maybe. Okay. This is a Bashways report. You can also view it from here. You view when the drug is expiring, when was it purchased, among others, and you bought it from which supply. Then if you have expiring batches, you click here, it will show you the batches that have expired. But for now we have 0, we don't have any batch that has expired. Then batch reference details, nothing here. So basically these are the major things. There are very many things to cover in this system. As the more you continue using the system, you learn more about it. It is very somehow wide, but it's very easy system to use. Automatically, even you get reports. You can also, the financial reports are generated for you automatically. Here, a profit and loss account. We have the financial result. Let us see the balance sheet. Yes, here. Yes. Okay, this is they're showing us that profit for period is this, but we don't have any expense yet. Let us see our profit. Okay, we had opening stock of 0, closing is this, so they're showing that we have a gross profit of this. So let us also record some transaction. How do you call a transaction of expense? You go to transaction, then we go to payment, you add, enter. So what are you paying for? We are paying for transport costs. The transport costs we paid when transporting the purchase you made. We paid maybe 25,000. Enter. By cash, enter. Maybe this is it. Transporting costs. Enter, and save. Then you can also record another expenses, maybe telephone expense. How much is it? Maybe 5,000. Cash, you paid by cash, enter. So in payment, I told you debit the account that is receiving and credit the account using. So here, bought maybe internet data. Then you say save. So when you go and check your financial results, profit and loss account, the expenses that you incurred will also now be displayed. So here you see you have the transport costs now incorporated in here. So you see now your gross profit has now reduced. So when you go to the final profit, that's the net profit that the business has made is 2,508,000. After deducting also the indirect expense of telephone expense. So this will be basically your report. So thank you very much for following this tutorial. I think to guide you. There are many other things that we need to cover. You can interact with me on WhatsApp. plus 256 775 779004, and you learn more about how to use this system very well.